But one thing is certain, sooner or later, the departed soul will reincarnate and keep on reincarnating until all-round perfection is attained. The stories I will share with you will confirm the truthfulness of the doctrine of reincarnation. These factual stories will enable you to realize that most of the hard-to-crack health issues and problems confronting countless people originated from their previous life or lives. Some years ago, I saw a brother man with the horn of a cow sticking out on his forehead. I knew that it was no accident. I knew that the cow horn could not have been caused by a blow on his head. Most importantly, I knew that the Lords of Destiny, who gives to everyone what they must have earned, must have a hand in what is happening to this brother man. Of a truth I tell you, in 2 lives before the present one, this brother man with the horn of a cow sticking out on his forehead was a chief herdsman. He was cruel and unsympathetic towards the cows under his care. He used dehorning instruments to pull out their horns, and he never bothered to dress their wounds. The cruel herdsman eventually died. Much later, he reincarnated again in the body of a male. He was a normal and healthy boy, but everything changed when he became 7 years old. A honey growth appeared on his forehead, and it continued to grow. At a certain stage, it cracked open and caused him so much pains. The hunter eventually became the hunted. The Lords of Destiny punished him for being cruel towards the cows under his care in his previous life on earth. My brother man and sister woman, if this brother man with the horn of a cow on his forehead came into this world for the very first time, it will surely be unjust and cruel on the part of the Almighty God to allow him to be born in a human body that would give him a monstrous appearance for a lifetime. We have been told in Galatians 6:5, for every man shall bear his own burden. This brother man with the horn of a cow sticking out of his head was made to bear his own burden, which he brought upon himself through his own actions in a previous life on earth. A girl was born deaf and dumb. Medically, we have been told genetic predisposition, prenatal infections, and complications during birth, etc., are some of the physiological causes of deafness and dumbness at birth. Is that the whole truth? I don't think so. In a previous life on earth, she was a man taking care of a boy who was sick with scarlet fever. Due to his negligence, the patient lost his speech and hearing. That was why in this life, she was made to suffer the same fate as the scarlet fever patient. Reincarnation and consequences are often the fundamental origins of deafness and dumbness at birth. Two lovers got into a heated argument, and suddenly the girlfriend picked up a large stone and violently hit one side of the head of her boyfriend. He went blind soon afterwards. The blind boyfriend's trouble originated from what he did 2 lives ago to a 12-year-old girl. He rammed her with his car as she was crossing the road. He ran away and left her to bear the burden alone. The accident caused severe damage to her optic nerve. She went blind much later. The girlfriend of the brother man, who is currently blind, was the same girl who lost her vision 2 lives ago. His blindness never originated from genetic predisposition or complications during birth. His blindness originated from what he did 2 lives ago. My brother man and sister woman, when we make serious blunders in one life, the laws of destiny often ensures that we suffer the consequences of our actions in our next life or lives until we learn to do better. A baby boy was born with a malfunctioning intestinal tract and he had no outlet for passing stool. It was impossible for the baby to take any nourishment. The doctors did their best to save his life, but he died in a few days. Definitely, you may want to know why this soul came into this world in a malfunctioning human body. Of a truth, I tell you, in his former life, he used extremely cruel methods to punish his enemies. He mutilated the stooling organs of some of his enemies before killing them. Let's hope and pray that in his next life, he will learn to deal mercifully with fellow brother men and sister women. A lady called Isabella told me, Guru, I have dated quite a number of men who never truly loved me. My intuition keeps on telling me that I will not find true love in my lifetime. Why is it so? I discovered that Isabella's intuition was right. In 2 lives before this current one, she was a pretty lady who had won and toyed with the hearts of many handsome men. Finally, she found one handsome man who truly loved her and did everything humanly possible to make her happy. However, along the line, she treated him badly and eventually rejected him. Her jilted boyfriend told her she also will suffer the same fate in the hands of men. He remained sad for many years and he kept on placing curses on her. The law of reincarnation and consequences have brought her back into this world once more, and currently Isabella is living a life without love. A life without love is no life at all. My brother man and sister woman, proofs of reincarnation can be found in countless numbers in the archives of the memory of nature. For instance, if you can access the records in the memory of nature, maybe concerning your elder brother currently in this life, you might discover that 1,000 years ago, your elder brother was a woman in a previous life and that he lived a good and useful life. And he might have reincarnated 4 times on earth, etc. In the memory of nature archives, a girl might find out that that slim, handsome, tall boy that was asking her out in school was once born in 1879 and he was a female and a nurse, and she was one of the nurses to be killed from our unit in 1914, and she reincarnated again in 1918 and died in 1924 at the age of 16. In the memory of nature archives, you might find out that your first daughter in this life was actually your sworn enemy in a past life, and that's why both of you are currently living like cats and dogs. There are many strange things, almost too strange for one to believe, but because one is ignorant about them does not mean that they are not real.